Chat room people were like,
we are 75% of the way into post show.
We're getting towards post show here, so you know, okay. Oh, I should actually. Let's see if I have. I don't. God, that sucks. How do I not have that on my phone?
What?
There's like this. Oh, I do. Okay, so this is like, I think Susan's still in the chat room because she's in this clip. Like maybe 2 years ago, we had a show where there was like a country name that we couldn't pronounce, or I didn't try, so whatever. But like this is a listener put this video together, this audio together, based on Susan and Jay's inability to pronounce this thing. I just fucking love this.
Manan.
Menanon.
Monanan.
I love that so much.
Oh my god, who is that listener? I want to send them a thank you note.
Right? Oh, it's the best thing I've ever. Oh, it's the best thing that's ever happened. Oh my god, that was like
amazing. So what was it they were trying to pronounce?
it was something in Ireland, like Monanon. So apparently we're in post show now.
Oh my god,
Jeff's
I
back.
can't even.
So oh my god, that was like the best thing ever. Okay, so Vance, you wanted to talk a little bit more about this priest.
Well, you know, and it's not the first priest that said something like this. Like, I thought they liked it. You know, I've heard other priests say that too. So, and then I talked to, you know, believers in their religious books and several different religious books, and especially Christians here in the United States. And when it gets to morals, they like to say that where do you get your morals from? Questioning me.
Right.
And of course, they believe that their morals come from the Bible. Well, what is it that these guys aren't getting out of the Bible that does not tell them that molesting unwilling participants is
Wrong.
okay, you know, or wrong, but they think it's okay.
Yep. And you, like we've talked on this show a couple of times about the Archbishop in St. Louis, who testified that he did not know in the 70s that a grown adult having sex with a child was even illegal. He said he did not know that.
So they're living strictly in their church off the rules of the Bible. I mean, they don't pay attention to our secular laws at all. And like I point out to all my Christian friends and all my religious friends, it's like I always tell them, thank you for being more moral than your God.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I ask them, if you saw someone being raped, would you stop it? You know.
Yeah. And I gotta say, we've when we did tables for Corpus Christi atheists at Art Walk, Jehovah's Witnesses, they have a strong presence at our Art Walk, and one of them came to our table and was challenging us about morality and stuff, and and Heather has no time for that.
Heather has a specific problem with Jehovah's Witness, but go on.
Okay. But the guy who was talking to Reb and I was saying that, you know, you can't have morality without God. And we're like, well, you know, would you, you know, kill everyone at Art Walk if you didn't believe in God? And he said, absolutely, I would. And every theist that I talk to, if you talk to them long enough, if you ask them enough questions, they will start to agree to commit atrocities because of their beliefs, because their beliefs cannot be consistent if they don't.
Right. They're being honest. I guess they're being honest.
I don't think they're being honest. I don't believe that he would. And I told this guy, I said, I don't believe that you would kill all these people.
What I meant was being honest. Is they're lying?
Right.
That kind of honest,
right? To keep their logic in line.
Yeah.
Another thing that people say about these priests is, I've heard you know, two people excuse the priest behavior because they're doing good for God. Have you heard that before?
I have not heard that. I'm so glad I have
Well,
not heard that.
I'm
Well,
glad
these
I haven't heard
guys,
it in
they're
person.
priests, but at least they're doing, they're saving souls. So that kind of, like, they get the carte blanche or
Right.
whatever else they want to do on the side with the little kids.
I mean, I have heard there was a pope who said, you can forge the Bible, you can lie to people as long as you're bringing people to God. It doesn't matter what you do.
Ends and the means. I heard the same thing about Blue Lives Matter. Whenever about the priest is, it doesn't. Well, yeah, there's some bad guys out there, but you got to remember they're putting themselves in harm's way. I mean, that in no way excuses bad behavior.
Right.
I mean, they choose to put themselves in harm's way.
And it's not that dangerous a job. Being a fisherman is more dangerous than being a police officer in our country. So, world's largest, smallest violin for you and your dangerous job, because people catching fish die more frequently than you do. So, sorry, bro. Anyone want to yell at me about that?
No, I don't know how to play the violin, so I'm good over. I'm all good over here.
All right.
Well, that's what I wanted to say, because the way people justify their priests doing bad things, it just infuriates me. And
Well, what I've heard most frequently from people whose priests have been arrested or sued is they don't believe it.
Right.
And they're just like, not this guy. This guy's a good guy.
He's super godly.
Right, right. That's what I've heard most often.
And they do also have the Trump card. They can always say, "Oh, the devil."
You can't say Trump card anymore because of our politics.
That's true.
Unless the Trump card is the devil, and then it applies either way.
Well, it was the devil in that case.
because
yeah, so
Trump's
worked out
the
scapegoat.
devil.
Butterfoot in the chat
The
room.
devil made him do it.
Butterfoot in the chat room says it's a perfect book, the Bible. So there has to be a "thou shalt not rape" line in there somewhere. Nope.
Nope, it's actually kind of "thou shalt be rapey" like here, and then it's okay over there, and "thou shalt rape their fathers"
And if you do
here,
rape,
and
you have to pay a certain amount to the rape ease.
Oh yeah, but it's
parents.
it's not that much. You have to
Right.
marry the girl that you rape.
Right.
So if you want to marry someone and they're like, dude, you're gross. No, get away from me. Just rape them and you're good.
But that's only if they're in your own tribe. I mean,
Right.
if they're like
Right.
other people,
Well, then you just like
It's like
take
free
'em.
rape.
Right.
Yeah.
Just take them. Yeah. Susan in the chat room, she's done her homework. She's the Manananan thing was episode number 71 apparently. Man, that was a long time ago. We're in 149 right now.
wow,
Rayman.
right?
Or
Yeah, definitely 71.
definitely 71.
Yeah, definitely 71.
71 episodes. Yes. I'm sure that's ableist in some.
Yeah,
okay.
that was bad.
So how awful is your terrible family?
My terrible family is awful. They're so terrible. But so a couple of weeks ago, every year or so, my family all comes down. They rent a house in Port Aransas on the beach, and I spend less and less time there. I'm sorry if you're listening to this. Sorry.
They're not.
One of them might be.
Joe.
Yeah. So hopefully not, but maybe. This summer, a few weeks ago, they came down, and like we talked was it last week where you slapped the hell out of my tattoo, or was it 2 weeks ago?
I think
Anyway,
it was 2 weeks ago.
so
Yeah, it wasn't last week. It was the week before.
Okay. So I have an atheist tattoo now, and I was explaining to my sister because my daughter came up and said, "Oh, look, my dad has a tattoo," and everyone's like, and I explained to my sister the one part of it, and basically I was explaining to her, like, I don't give a shit about your stupid idea of hell. I give no fucks about the fact that you think I'm going to hell.
You give no fucks.
I hate you. So later that evening, after everyone else went to bed, my sister cornered me, and she's like, "You used to be so nice, and blah, 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 and now you're like this.
Now you're
militant-"
angry atheist.
Exactly. And I'm like, I'm not angry. I'm just telling you
militant
Yeah,
atheist.
exactly. Like, yeah, I have my bomb belt, so back off. I'm gonna blow your ass up. That was irritating enough that merely saying that I'm not accepting your idea that I'm going to hell because I don't believe in your stupid Jesus. Like, that's fucking annoying. And it's fucking annoying that, like, somehow saying that, expressing that opinion, like, it's perfectly okay for them to say, oh, you're going to hell because you don't believe. But it's somehow horrible that I would express, I don't care that you think that because it's stupid, or put that on my body permanently.
You mean they can condemn you to eternal damnation, but it's not okay for you to go, nuh-uh, idiot?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So we had this really long argument, and she was really upset about it. But then, at the end of the conversation, she turns to me and she says, I'm a Catholic. Do you respect me and my ideas?
You're all, do you want to ask questions you don't want to hear the answers to?
Right? I'm like, I'm going to tell you the answer to this question, but why, after we've been arguing for 2 hours, do you want to know the answer to this question? Why? Am I the only one who has, like, interactions with their family on this level? Vance is like, nope.
I have
Everyone's
no
cool.
Catholics in my family.
Huh?
I have no Catholics.
No.
Oh,
Not near. I have Mormons and Baptists, but
oh, I have the Catholics.
Do you?
Yeah. My Catholic and my Catholic family tells my kids that they think that Dad's just confused.
I would hope that I hope there will be more of that in my family, but I'm more subdued. You know, I point out to them that you're never going to be in heaven, and they're like, what? And I say, well, you think I'm going to hell, right? And this is other people say this.
Sure.
They go, yeah. I said, well, isn't that going to make you sad? And they go, well, yeah. I'm like, but you can't
Not
be
in
sad
heaven.
in heaven. And then they start thinking about it, and if you're in heaven and I'm in hell and you're going to be sad, then something's got to give. And I just kind of pry into the point where they have to think about what's going to give, and then they have to start doubting heaven or
Right.
their feelings for me, or if it's really them in heaven. And they
So
always want to
you
change.
go all street epistemology,
Right. Exactly.
and
Yeah.
Ferris goes all, well, that's
you.
fucking stupid.
Gangster bitches.
I give no fucks about that.
Yeah.
And what you think, well, you don't.
So Strix Fairy and then
I mean, I don't either. I don't care what they think.
No,
but I want
I actually-
them to think. I want them to think about what they're saying.
I watch you engage with people on Facebook a lot, Vance, and I
And in
respect
Meetup.
what you do, and at Meetup, yeah, like especially this last one.
Too much.
But I really respect how you approach that. I really do. I wish I had that temperament. Like, Strix Fairy in the chat room says, where'd it go? Did someone do
I'm not saying you're doing it wrong.
No,
Don't get me
no.
wrong.
No,
I don't
get
respect
it.
plenty of people because of their ideas.
Right.
That one?
No, I think it got scrolled off while I was kissing Vance's ass. God damn it.
She had-
Oh, Christians are disrespectful as fuck, and you're just supposed to take it. Fuck them.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
that's
not true.
yeah. I mean, that's what they do. They're like they want to say, "You're going to hell. You deserve to be tortured forever."
Yeah.
That they will say, "You deserve to be tortured forever." And if you say "nuh-uh," they're like, "Why are you being so mean to me?"
Don't you respect me?
No, exactly.
I wonder how long atheists would get away going door to door being like, have you heard the good news that God doesn't exist?
Yeah,
I bet within 3 houses we'd be picked up by the cops.
probably.
Or there'd be people following us.
Right? Or we get our asses
or
kicked.
you would get hit by a wrench.
Right.
Right.
Or we get tied to the bumper of a truck and dragged down the street. They seem to be very favorable of that kind of punishment in the
and it
South
would be
for
like-
all of the people.
Like coal rolling the whole way. There would be
Right.
huge black clouds. You wouldn't even be able to see the atheist being dragged behind the truck.
One of my friends on Facebook, another Facebook chat, he was telling me how arrogant I was for thinking that I am here without God. And I said, but I'm not the one who's thinking that this universe was created for me.
Right. You're not the one that thinks they have a direct line to the creator of the universe because they want a promotion.
Right. So he says, well, I don't think that either. And then about a month later, I find out he's a Calvinist.
Oh,
I'm like, how much more of that can you be?
right?
Oh, what's that?
Calvinist means God has already chosen who's going to go to
gonna-
heaven.
And it's a very, very select group.
Right.
I think
Oh,
very
yeah,
few.
I think it's
right.
like 144,000.
I was going to say it's like 100 and something thousand, right? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. So, like, everyone's fucked. Everyone is fucked. Like, if
Yeah,
you're a
and if
Calvinist, statistically, you're fucked.
You're either going or you're not. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Period. And if you're not chosen by God, handpicked, and those people who think they aren't arrogant at all. I mean,
Right?
he chose me,
What?
but he didn't choose you.
Right. So, Reb in the chat room
That
says...
seems. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go.
Yes, it does seem.
It
Whatever you
seems
say
very-
after that, you can say whatever you want.
Right. So the answer to my sister's question, which is, I'm a Catholic, do you respect me and my ideas? He says the answer was, I respect you, not your ideas, right? Yes, that is exactly what I told her. I said, people are worthy of respect, and I respect you, and I respect your right to believe whatever you want, but I think your ideas are fucking stupid. And that's...
I say that a lot. I agree.
I'm not sure I said it exactly that way. I think I said, but
nicely.
ideas do not deserve respect. But it was kind of implied that her specific ideas.
I
do
have
not.
I have trouble like Leslie does, like we do. That's a gray area for me because I don't respect somebody whose ideas support hating gay people and whatever else. So I don't respect them. I can change how I feel about them and if I respect them on whether or not their ideas change. They can gain my respect, they can earn my respect, but if their ideas support like exclusion and hating people and all of that stuff, no, I don't respect you, you mindless douchebag. I do not.
Jack in the chat room. Whoops. Jack in the chat room says, ask her why Jeebus never cured an amputee. That is like my favorite thing to ask theists ever.
Right, I know, it's mine too. I
Like,
think
oh God,
But
like,
you
yeah,
said that the
yeah.
first time I had ever heard it, and I was like, yes, that's my new thing.
right. I use that all the time.
But you can go on YouTube and see him cure fingers.
No.
Yeah. This guy didn't have a finger, then he did one.
Oh,
Then
okay.
he grew
whatever.
back. Oh, yeah, it's stupid.
Get the fuck out. You can also go.
Was he all...
He was like, where's his thumb?
He was like, I don't have a thumb, please, God. Whoa.
What? I've got your nose.
Jeebus.
Oh my God. And then Chris in the chat room says they're so vain they think the universe is about them. That's exactly fucking right. Oh my God, that like sums up the whole fucking thing. Inspike in the chat room says
Right.
Jehovah's Witnesses justify the constant recruitment by saying they don't know who the 144,000 are. Yeah, but I mean, if you're like,
Dude, I'd be cutting throats to make sure I was the only one left, man.
I don't know if that works that way.
But that's just how I work.
okay. That's how Heather does things.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
He didn't know it was wrong.
Right? I'll just
That works
ask
for
for
some people.
forgiveness later.
And actually,
know it
like,
was wrong.
if you look at the Old Testament, cutting throats is like kind of
Right?
approved.
I'll be all murdery and rapey. What? And what?
All right. I think we're done.
It's sanctioned.
Right?
Like, how do you know God isn't choosing the 144,000 by how many people you kill and rape?
Murder and rape, right? Exactly. Well, I'm a woman, so I really don't come out on top in any of those scenarios.
No, I feel like
at all.
I feel like you would have a real chance of being the only rapey, murdery woman in the 144,000. So I mean, like,
That's true.
it's
I'm
all
the
about,
only one in this room.
You're, it's all about differentiating yourself from the competition. So, okay, see you guys next week. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Goodbye.